What's up? It's me, Trickett. And yes, guys, this is another amazing edition of Wake Up with Trickett. And I hope everyone is doing exceptionally well, guys. It's a beautiful day, a little windy out here, but it feels good today. The sun is shining down on me, and that's always a good thing. And that's always a good thing, right? A lot of us go through rainy days, stormy days, but you know what? We still make it through because we are spiritual soldiers. Absolutely unstoppable. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, if it's your first time coming across my page, guys, my name is Trickett. This is Wake Up with Trickett because I believe we're all waking up together. You know, it's the whole purpose of this channel. For us not to stay boxed in, stuck to tradition. I'm not telling you to get rid of them. I don't know what your traditions are, but I'm saying we don't stay stuck. We're always willing to stay open. Why? Because when we're open, we're able to absorb more knowledge. And that knowledge may just help us to become better people. So, I mean, it's a win-win, right? So anyway, guys, if this is your first time coming by my page, hope you stay for a long time and not a short time. If you like my content, and then go ahead and show your love, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And we're going to keep this thing going. We're going to keep it pushing, right? So if you are a new subscriber of mine, welcome. Glad to have you. Hope you stay for a long time and not a short time. And, iron sharpens iron. So, I learn from you, you learn from me, and we teach the world, right? Raise the vibration. That's what it's all about. Helping people become the highest version of their self, the best version of themselves. A lot of people have storm clouds they're walking around with. And we need to switch that up and show them how they can have sunny days, right? At least more sunny days than negative days, right? Absolutely. So anyway, guys, if you are my OGs, my A1s from day ones, you know how I love loyalty. So I appreciate every single one of you that has been with me from beginning all the way up until now, because it has been some kind of journey. And there's always something, always something changing, always something different, but it's all good, right? So let's just jump right into it, because we're going to keep on winning. We're never going to stay stagnant. We're going to keep winning, and we are never, ever going to live in fear. False evidence appearing real will never happen. So with that being said, guys, chilling in my backyard. Feels good out here in nature, grounding like always, and just becoming one with the universe, with nature. That's what it's all about. So I want to talk to you guys today about a couple of things. So I'm probably going to do a couple of videos today. But I want to talk to you guys today right now about prayer. Is prayer enough? Is it really enough? Like you hear people say, give it to God and just pray. Well, is that enough? Because, faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't put no action to it, and I'm saying inspired action, not action that you're trying to force to make happen, but inspired action, like you were motivated to go here or make that phone call. If you don't do anything, then it's not going to happen. You still got to play your part. Even when Jesus' friend died, right? Lazarus, he didn't do all the work. He told his disciples, you move the rock away from the tomb, and then I'll call Lazarus forth, and life will come back into him, and he'll come alive. But if you think I'm going to move the rock and call him forth, I'm not doing it all. You're going to have to put in some work. By you moving the rock away from the tomb, lets me know that you have the faith. and then I'm going to put in the action, call them forth, and boom, voila. You have the famous story of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. So, guys, is prayer enough? Just praying, hey, I prayed to God about my situation, and you just sat down and did nothing. Or I prayed to God about my situation, and 5 minutes later, you're complaining. You're doubting. Or we went to my institution and all held hands and we prayed, and the music was going and everything was feeling some type of way, and yeah, I believe it's going to work out. And then you get home and get on the phone, and 10 minutes later, you're telling your friend, I don't know, if it's going to work or not. It's never really solid. Your belief system is never really anchored. And can you still get what you're looking for if you're not anchored into your belief, positive or negative? You're going to have to believe one way or another, positive or negative. You're going to have to put in the work, positive or negative. Both sides require action, and they require belief, positive or negative. So, is prayer enough? I say no, it's not. And according to those that believe in the Bible, that's the same thing, the God of the Bible says too, that it's not enough. You got to do more than just pray. Oh, just give it to God in prayer. That's all you have to do. Well, guys, if that was working, how many of us gave it to God in prayer about the violence? And we still have it every day. How many have gave it to God in prayer about just life in general and how things are going? And it hasn't stopped anything. Take a look around. How's that working out for everybody? So, God doesn't need any help, right? But then again, he isn't stopping it either. Because every day, just look at the news. I mean, it'll make you think that God doesn't even exist. And there's institutions praying all over the world. So shouldn't things be slowing down? Shouldn't things be getting better? It is what it is. I think you already know the answer to that, right? So, I mean, all you can do is look out for you. Maybe you and your family, depending their age, they're still going to make their own decisions. So at the end of the day, you can only look out for you. You have full control of your thoughts. You have full control of your actions. You have full control of what you say, of what you feel. And outside of you, everyone else has that same right to agree, to disagree, etc., right? So, no, guys, I just want to jump on here and just tell you, I don't think prayer is enough. Am I telling you not to pray? Absolutely not. You got to ask for help. I've had a couple of slow people, on my last video, saying, oh, he said don't pray. I look at people like that as karmics. We all know that's not what I said. But when you're not right, and then, you'll just try to spread your narcissistic ways on everybody else's site because you don't have one on your own, So it is what it is. All we do is just chalk it up and keep it pushing, right? Because these people ain't going away. Can't get rid of those folks, right? They're always here. So they're here for a lesson to help us grow, but they're always here. They're still being used. As negative as a lot of people are, they're still being used to help others that are trying to vibrate higher do better. So we need that opposition. We need that darkness. We need that, those low vibrational karmics. We need them because they help us grow. How do we know how to get over things if we don't have any opposition? How do you know how strong you are if you don't have any opposition? You're only going to find out when you have to go through something. And most likely it's going to be a karmic involved, a low vibrational individual that is not trying to raise their vibration. That is going to be the one that's going to be your headache. And the test is on. You're going to have to, maneuver and see what you can do to overcome it. And every time you overcome and overcome and overcome, you get better, you get stronger, you get wiser. And the next thing you know, now you're in the position to be able to help somebody else to be able to overcome, right? Because you got a lot of war stories. You have a lot of victories, and so you have that knowledge and wisdom that a lot of people don't have. That's why, a light is always set on top of the table. Why? So everyone else can benefit from it. And you and I are that light. The things we went through, we got to share it. We got to help others. You don't put a light underneath the table because then what is it lighting up? The house is still going to be dark because the light is underneath the table instead of on top of the table. And so you guys get the gist. So anyway, guys, no, prayer is not enough, but prayer is much needed. And to pray and then you do not believe wholeheartedly on what you pray for, well, that was just a waste of time. All you did was practice. Like, okay, well, it sounded good. The music was playing. I got all emotional. But then when I left my institution and I don't have the music and, I don't have all the kumbaya holding hands, and I got back on the phone and reality hit, that's when the real test is given to you. How are you going to act then? No music, no emotional moments. Are you going to still hang in there and still say, you know what? I'm anchored. If you're anchored like they anchor a boat, a yacht, when they anchor something to something, it doesn't move. That's why you anchor it, because you don't want it to sail off. You don't want to, you want to stay rooted, right? So it's important that we stay anchored. That's why it's important to come out and get grounded in nature. Why do you think people go to the beach and just sit and stare at the water? Same concept. They're getting grounded. Why do you think people jog? Same thing, getting grounded. Read books. Peaceful. Listen to meditation music. It's peaceful. They're getting grounded, and everybody does it in different ways. So there's not one way that fits all. So that's what we got to do. We got to take those steps and do those things. For people in the spiritual community, why do you think they take spiritual baths? Because they got to stay grounded. They know there's negative energy. They know there's negative people out there that are not awoke yet. Third eye is dead shut. And so, instead of them being a friend, they're a foe until they wake up. They're your opposition by choice. Until they feel that, I need to change. They won't change. But you don't allow them to change you. Negative. Because they do negative. Because we already know hurt people. Or they try to. Some of us aren't affected like others because, we've been through more. So we're thicker skinned. We're soldiers and warriors. We can handle it. This is going to break your heart. No, it didn't break my heart. When you find out who did this, it's going to crush you. No, it's not going to crush me because I understand karmics. I know there's no limits to what they'll do. When you find out they were attacking your kids, it's not going to make me feel nothing. I'm a boss. I'm highly intuitive. I have so many spiritual gifts, it's ridiculous. My favorite 2 words is bring it. I run from no one. Mostly in the spiritual game, let me see what you're working with. How many people can you round up for me to sit them all down? And that's how you guys are too, a lot of us. And we get that confidence, which they would call cockiness, only because we fought so many of these oppositions that we don't fear any of them. We already know we can overcome them. We already know that God got our back. We already know our angels, our ancestors, for those that, walk in that spiritual community. This is our language. This is how we speak. Ancestors, spirit guides, and so on. We know we're protected. And those that are spiritually gifted, well, we don't have a problem flexing our gifts. Let me see what you can do. Because I will show you what I can do. And so prayer isn't always enough. And why do you think God gives us these tools, these gifts? Why do you think you get these spiritual gifts? To be able to do what the majority of the people on the planet cannot do. It's because we've been obedient. Doesn't mean we're perfect, but we've been obedient. And through obedience, it shows our loyalty. And through our loyalty, we get rewarded with gifts. Because God knows if I give you the gift, where a karmic would use it to rob and steal from people, you're going to use it to help people, to raise their vibration, to help them be a higher version of themselves, the best version of themselves. So we get blessed with it, and we keep it pushing. And the enemy's constantly trying to round up people because, they're always in that help me, help me, help me, energy, as they should. How's God going to let them be stronger than us? That's crazy. So anyway, guys, I didn't want to make this long. Just wanted to let you know, yes, I believe in prayer, but is prayer enough? Absolutely not. You still have to put in the work, and you still have to have the faith that doubt cannot persuade you. No matter what things look like on the outside, you still know, no matter if it's raining, storming, no matter if you're by yourself, no matter if things are falling apart, you still know in your hearts of hearts that everything's going to still work out in your favor. And with that being said, guys, I'm Trickett. I'll be back with another video, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And until the next one, peace.